Hi, I'm Senator Malcolm Roberts and I'm on the Gold Coast and I'm with Leeanne Schultz, our candidate in this month's state election for the state seat of Surfers Paradise. Tell us a bit about yourself, Leeanne.
I originally come from Victoria. I moved up here about 24 years ago. Been married for 38 years, have one son and one grandson.
And you met your husband in a factory where they had 1,500
met
employees?
my husband back in the day where we used to have big manufacturing plants in Victoria. There's like 1,500 workers and that's where people used to meet and make lives together a lot.
This is a rare one. This one actually is in a manufacturing business, and even rarer, has not shipped it overseas. Still does everything in Australia. So you employ people and you've been in your business how long?
Been this particular business for 20 years now, manufacturing in Australia, which isn't really been that easy, and hopefully with all the talk about bringing it all back to Australia, it's going to make it a lot easier.
Well, sadly, I don't have Leanne's faith at the moment because the Tidal parties are just talking about it. Meanwhile, they're putting in policies for higher electricity costs, more regulations, which are impossible on small business, because you've been belted.
Yeah, so, they're just making it harder and harder.
Yeah, and you were in small business, you're in small business in Victoria as well?
Yes.
So you've had how many years in small business?
Probably 35 years all up.
Retail and manufacturing?
Retail and manufacturing, yeah.
So why One Nation?
Why One Nation? I've been voting One Nation for probably the past 10 to 12 years. And why I vote for them is because the other two just, they're not honest. They don't have any plans, and if you don't have any plans, you plan to fail. And
what you said to the audience tonight, quite a large audience, very, very encouraging, was we tell the truth.
Yep.
And what are some of the issues affecting the electorate in Surfers?
The small businesses, like there's no tourists, so there's no industry, no business. We go through there every second day and the businesses are just getting quieter and quieter. It's like a ghost town.
Yeah, we were
and
there.
No one has been there and fought for them. No one there. The local PM just hasn't been there. They're not even a voice for them.
So there's no tourists, no business, no jobs, and there's no bloody plan from Palaszczuk, and there's no plan at federal level from Morrison. Yeah, so that's true. The problem. And there's no data. We are starting to get the data ourselves. Taiwan's done a marvellous job, and they did it without lockdowns. They did it by approaching the basics. And they've proven they're a population similar to Australia, around 24 million over there and 25 here. And they isolated the sick, isolated the vulnerable. The rest stayed at work. Where we've lost 850 plus people, deaths to COVID, they've lost 7. And they've had a harder job in the first place because they're closer to China. So if they can do it, we can do it. We just need to get smart and have proper leadership.
Yeah, and they haven't had their economy affected as much as what we have in Australia because of poor planning.
Exactly. It's no planning. That's the problem. And so what about cost of living and electricity prices?
It just keeps getting higher and higher.
And
we have all the energy here in Australia, but we don't use it. We sell it offshore.
And what about things like regulations? Because I know that is really affecting small business.
Yeah, there's a lot of regulations and a lot of red tape. You even have to have a license to have a sign above your business, which is about 10 pages of bookwork just to have your business name above your window. So we've got to make things easier for small business. So we need a small business person in state parliament representing small business, representing the people of Surfers Paradise. So Leeanne Schultz, vote 1 Leeanne Schultz in this month's state election.